The widow visits. When the widow makes her weekly visit to the community center, she carries a canvas bag filled with yarn and needles, commiserates with other women who sit in a circle of gray hair and regret. Today is the first anniversary of her husband's passing, an anniversary on which she finds herself surprisingly ambivalent. Today, she monopolizes the conversation, and they let her, knowing that one day it will be their turn, or will be again. She first took up knitting to keep her hands busy. When she was young, her mother beat it into her that idle hands are the devil's workshop. She took it to heart and lived accordingly, even after she married, busying herself with gardening and housework as a young wife, cooking, cleaning, and mending her children's clothes as a young mother, washing piss and shit from sheets and her dying husband's body near the end when he barely recognized her, when he couldn't say thank you for her efforts. Not that he ever said thank you for anything she did, for the children, for the family, for him. Never a thought for herself. If she had taken up needlepoint instead of knitting, there would be pillows scattered around the house with those exact words stitched in bright red. Never a thought for herself. And though she kept her hands busy, the devil came anyway, stole her husband and children and happiness, and left her alone. Now she sits and knits hats for the homeless, striped hats made from abandoned scraps of yarn donated to her cause, polyester browns, oranges, greens, reds, pinks, and blues. This is my 100th hat of the year, she says, referring to the work in her hands. 100 hats, and I still haven't made a dent in the pile of yarn stored in the spare bedroom. Whatever they give me, no matter how ugly, I do my best to turn it into something useful. It would be great if I could pick out my own yarn, the ones I wanted to use, but that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. You do the best with what you get. No use whining about it. What good does that do? I can't stand whining. It's why I don't like books about suffering. Suffer in silence, I say. Get a life or make one. My boy, never a peep, no matter what he's going through. The girl, yada, 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 always something wrong, always something to complain about. How does this look so far, she asks, holding up the rows she's finished. Another row of red, maybe? No, blue. I do miss him. Even though I didn't like him very much, I do miss him. The thought of him, anyway. Not really the person he was, but the role he played. Husband, father. Frankly, I was surprised at the hole he left. Did you know he stole my boy during the teen years? Thick as thieves, no room for me. Did you know he gave the girl flowers every day? Every day. No flowers for me. We'd hardly touched in years. But I suppose I loved him, like that song from Fiddler. I lived with him, fought with him, starved with him, slept with him. Well, he's gone now. He's gone, and I'm still here. Sometimes I think he's the lucky one. But, like I said, you do the best with what you get, right? And done. 100 done. She inspects her work. Ugly, I know, but it'll keep somebody's head warm. That's all that matters, isn't it? You do the best with what you get.